Hi everyone, welcome back to this hour of fashion. Hope you have a wonderful day. Today's episode is going to be based on how to cut gathered overlap maxi dress. You can see it. I'm using 5 yards of this fabric to cut it out. So I'll be using this pattern paper to cut the upper part to get that gathered aspect of the overlap. So I'll be keeping the fabric aside to cut the upper part. So this is my pattern paper of the half cut. You can see this is 16 inches for the half cut. Then I'm folding this into two. If I'm placing it on the fabric, I'll be leaving my zip allowance at the back. So the shoulder measurement is 7.5 inches. Shoulder slant of 1 inch. Then from this shoulder slant, I'll be slanting it to the neckline. Then from here, I'll be taking my armhole measurement. Armhole of 7.5 inches. You can see. Then from here, then I'll be taking my bust measurement of 9.5 inches. 9.5 in 4 places is going to give us 36 inches. You can see. Then here at the waist, I'll be using 7 inches because my waist measurement is 28 inches. I'll be adding a seam allowance of 1.5 inches here. The same thing applicable to the bust measurement, 1.5 inches for the seam allowance. Then I'll be connecting my lines together using armhole cut for the armhole. Then I'll be connecting this area together. You can see. So the next thing is to cut it out. Here we didn't have to deduct our neckline. So before I deal with this pattern, I would like to use this pattern to cut out the back first before dealing with this. You can see when I want to use this to cut the back, I left a zip allowance at the back here. Then I'll be dividing it into two. So this is not the back. I'll be keeping this aside. Then I cannot open this out. So what we'll be doing here is to take a measurement of the shoulder. This shoulder will determine how wide the neckline is going to be. This is the center of the shoulder here. If you are taking 4 inches to be the shoulder, that means the neckline will be 3.5 inches and it won't be that wide. It depends on how you want it to be. But here I'll be making use of 3.5 inches for the shoulder measurement here. So by the time I stitch the shoulder, I'll be left with 3 inches. You can see. Then this is not going to be the normal overlap cutting because we want a gather here. You can see how the gather is at the front. So that is how we want it to be. So when I come to this area where this is the center, the distance of the bust is 7 inches. That means the half will be 3.5 inches. That means 3.5 inches there, 3.5 inches the other side is going to give us 7 inches. So from this 7 inches, from this 3.5 inches, I'll be I'll be taking it up to get the exact measurement. So let me do it this way. 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. You can see. Then I'll be chalking it down. You can see it. So this is our 3.5 inches, and the distance is also 3.5 inches. The next thing to take now is 7 inches. This is not constant. It depends on how skilled you want this area to be. So I will be using 7 inches here. The normal overlap is going to be like this. You slant it to this 7, to the dart measurement, to this 3.5 inches. You can see. So after slanting it down to the dart measurement of 3.5 inches at this side, then this is the dart line. You can see it. The next thing to take now is to take the slash. So I'll be taking my slash. I want to take the measurement of the slash. I'm taking it like, because the slash goes like this, so I'm taking it like this. So I want this slash to be 8 inches long. This is my 8 inches here. So you know it's from here, 8 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches, and 8 inches. You can see. Then I'm going to connect this line together. This is now the shape. You can see it. The next thing is to take the distance of the slash. Inches. The distance will be 2 inches. We are left with 0.6 inch. So after rolling it out like this, the next thing is to cut it. So I'm starting my cuttings from here to the neckline. So this is what we are left with. Then I'll be slashing it out. So you can see it, huh? So this is what we are going to open out on the fabric. So this is after slashing it out. So I've used my office spoon to hold it down. The next thing is to cut it out. This is the line to follow. You can see I cannot cut it out. I'm putting the fabric into two. That means I'm cutting for the two sides. So you can see this is how it's formed. You can squeeze it like this to give you that gathers at the front. You can see it. So with the other way around, let's back to the pattern paper. I told you it's of two wheels. This is the first one that I did here. The second one, you can also do it this way. You can see I take 8 inches up, then I use my armor core to complete the neckline like this. This is from the distance of two bust, 3.5 inches, then I take the measurement of 8 inches, then I complete it with the neckline. So if you now take the measurement of this is from the front that we cut out here. Let me take one out. If you take the length is 8.2 inches, and this is 7 inches, you can see. So that means this is the wideness of this is more than this with 1.2 inches. So that means this particular one is wider than this method with 1.2 inches. You know, when you cut this out like this, let's assume we've not slashed this line, then we're going to use this method, this other method. When you go up this way like this, then you go, you can see this is what we are left with. So it's either you cut it, you use this method, or you use this method. So by the time you use this method, you place it on the fabric, you direct it down like this, and it's going to give you the gathers aspect of the overlap. You can see it now. You can see how it stands. You can see it's the same way. You can see. You can also sew this. So this can form very well than this. You can also use this method or use this method. So this is for the 2 strips. It's like a cone. You can see it. Then I cut out. This is the area that is going to be at the neckline. Then I divide. So this is the flay sleeve that will be adding to the neckline. The sleeve is from the neckline. It's not from the shoulder. Yes. So I'll be placing this, and this is how it's going to form. You can see it's a triangle flay. So you can see this is a triangle flay for the sleeve. So the next thing to cut out now is the flay at the down part to make the dress. So to get the down part, you can see the way I fold this, a triangle flay. You can see the triangle flay that I want to cut out. So to get the gathered aspect of the down part at that front, you have to add allowance to the main measurement. The main measurement we're going to use here is 28 inches. Then we'll be adding 15 inches to it to make it 43 inches. So is that 43 inches that will be cutting at the waistline here. So to get that, I'm going to take the measurement from this upper part to 15 inches. 15 inches. From this now, I can get my waist measurement. This is 11 inches. That means after 43 inches, I will still left with one inch at the back for the seam allowance. From here, the next thing to take is the length of the dress. So taking 16 inches up for the half cut, then the length we are using here is 60 inches. You can see this is 60 inches. This is after chalking it out. The next thing to do now is to cut it out. So you can see this is now the flay. So we're going to get the essence for the gathers at this upper part. Oh, this particular area, it has a joining, so I'm going to complete it. You can see. So this is the half cut. It has a band, so I'm still going to cut out 3 inches away from here. Then I'll now replace it back. The reason why I didn't cut it is that it's because of the slash that I put there. I didn't cut it at initial, but now I can cut it out then replace it back. So the band has two layers. It has a straight cut and it has a pleat one on top of it. So this is the 8 inches that I'm going to pleat on that 3 inches that I'm cutting out. Welcome back. Here is the finished work. You can see it. This is the overlap dress. You can see with a band. You can see the band. It has 2 layers of band. No, I make one plain, then I pleat another one on it to give me this ruffle part of the band. And this is the pleat. You can see that slash from the pattern. This is what it gave us, and this is the excess from the waist measurement. You can see this is the area we want it to be. You can make the gathers, but here I make it a pleat. So this is the sleeve here. This is the sleeve. You can see this is where to join the sleeve. You join the sleeve at the neckline here, not at the armhole. You can see the armhole. You join the sleeve here, but you might not let yours reach this area. It can stop. You can make it 2 inches from the center. You can make it 1 inch, 1 inch. Then you pleat anything you want to pleat around here so that it will not come to this area. And you can as well do it the way I did mine. You can see the second one too. The same thing applicable to the second one. You can see this is the neckline. You can see an overlap neckline. So this is how I did it. You can see it. You can see how beautiful this turns out. If you are new to my channel, please at the end of this tutorial, make sure you subscribe to my channel and on your notification bell so that whenever I upload any tutorial, you'll be notified. And for those people that have already subscribed, I really appreciate you guys for watching my video. Always see you in my next class. Bye.